Hi, and welcome to Cellar Notes. We're here today with the director of wineries for Piattelli Winery from Argentina. This is Gabriel Fidel. Nice to see you.
How are you doing?
And Gabriel, that's a nice name, but how do you really say it?
Gabriel, that's in Spanish.
There you go.
Gabriel will in English.
You say it so much nicer than I do. So, tell us, Gabriel, what about your background? How did you get into the business? How did you get into the industry?
Well, I've been always involved on the economics of wine, being a wine economist, and then I was also in government in charge of economic policy and production policies. In my province in Mendoza, half of our production is wine, half of the hectares that are planted are vineyards. So when you care about the economics of Mendoza, you care about wines mainly. And after that, I moved to the private sector, and that's why I'm here as the director of Piattelli Vineyards in Argentina.
What are you doing now as director of the winery or director of wines at Piattelli?
Well, at Piattelli Vineyards, what I do is I'm in charge of basically the everyday of the winery production, studying with the vineyard, making sure that we have the best grapes ever, because great wines come only from great grapes.
You have to have great grapes to start with.
If you don't have great grapes, there's no great wine. So the secret starts with working in the vineyard. Then we also have the harvest. We have to have a very good harvest, and then the harvest is a lot of work, and it's a critical moment because it's like you're playing, or you are really. If you don't have a good harvest, then the winery is gone. So you really have to work very hard on having a very good harvest. It's very stressing, and then after that, production, bottling the wines, shipping the wines, and making sure that you have good quality controls, so people in the market appreciate the wines and they want to buy another bottle. Because the secret is, of course, to sell the first bottle, but then to have people coming again and buying more of your wines.
Right, exactly. And you do have very nice shippers and a beautiful label, I think. The shippers and the bottles are packaged beautifully. They're kept real nice, separated by cardboard, which a lot aren't these days, which kind of amazes me when they come thousands of miles and the bottles are clanking together. You've got a nice package, nice presentation. Let's talk just a little bit about the wines. Well, let's make it easy. What are your favorites from the Piattelli?
Well, it's like asking a mom which
son is the favorite.
No.
Yeah.
So she would say all of them. So it depends on the moment and the occasion and how do you feel. I
or
think
what you're eating.
I'm saying that if I want to have a white wine, the Chardonnay would be my favorite for certain meals when I want to have. We call it the queen of the whites. You know, the white wines.
Right.
The Chardonnay. I think our Chardonnay is a very elegant, fruity wine compared to other Chardonnays. I think here you would find the freshness of it's fresh, elegant, rounded. I really like our Chardonnay.
Is there much oak on that, or any at all?
We put in our white wines 20%. They are aged. They are oak aged, and then the other 80 they stay on the stainless steel tanks. And then what we do is we blend the 80 with the other 20. So you have some notes of the oak, but they're not very oaky. And I think that with white wines, what we want, or what a consumer wants, is to feel the fruit. And that's the secret of a good white wine. And then,
one of my favorites for summertime deck drinking is right there.
Well, definitely the Torrontés is something really, you say Torrontés pro here. In Spanish you would say Torrontés. The Torrontés...
I wish I could say that.
Yeah, but the Torrontés comes from the best place, I would say, in the world to grow it is in Cafayate Valley. The Cafayate Valley is in north of Argentina. It's a very sandy soil. It has a warm weather during the night and very fresh nights. So the advantage is that that's a very good place to grow it, because since you have a very sandy soil, the place remains always dry. Even if it rains, it drains rapidly. Yes. So the Torrontés is a very expressive, fruity. it's an explosion of fruit, and it's a great wine. You feel, you know, it's floral, it's also citric. I would say it's among those white wines that have a strong expression. So when you want to have sometimes people get bored of some wines. So if you want to have a lot of fun, that's a fun white. And I think that if you have never tasted the Torrontés, I think if you taste once, you will try to repeat it, because the Torrontés is also good for, let's say, some special meals when you, for instance, spicy food. The other day I was having some Asian food with spicy, and it pairs very well. The same thing with Mexican food. I mean, it's a very nice wine.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I agree. I think if people give it a shot, they'll come back to it again and again for, you know,
no, and it's very good for spicy food. You know,
Yeah,
reds
absolutely.
are usually very good for spicy food, but these kind of whites are also very good. And then we have our red wines.
Cabernet.
We have the Cabernet. We have the Malbec Premium.
Malbec.
And then we have our Grand Reserve wines. Among the premium wines, I would say reserve wines, we have the Malbec and the Cabernet. They are wines that are 8 months in oak barrel, and then we have another 6 months in the bottle before we release it. So why do we do it? All our wines are, I would say, premium wines, ultra premium wines, and so that's why we age all of them. And then we have our Grand Reserve wines that are they are at least 1 year in new oak barrels, and another year at least in bottles. So before we release those wines, we really take care of them. And so I would say they are very high-end wines. And then we have I would say that Piattelli tries to deliver the best quality ever for the best price. If you compare our wines to other wines, you'll see that we really take care of our consumers' pocket, and I think that's important.
Speaking of Piattelli Vineyards, tell us a little bit about the vineyard itself. Maybe about your you know, the vineyards that you own, how much you produce, and then I want to get into a little bit of a Minnesota connection too.
Good. Yeah, that's probably very unique about our winery. Okay, we have vineyards in Mendoza. Mendoza is in central Argentina, on the west. We have vineyards at 3,000 feet altitude. Over there we have we call it Agrelo, our terroir. In Agrelo we have Malbec, we have Cabernet, we have Chardonnay, we have Petit Verdot, Cabernet Franc. I mean, we have different varietals that we use for the blends. We have a great blend. The name is Trinity in English, and over there we grow these varietals. We also have grapes from the Uco Valley. That's Valle de Uco. It's about 50 miles to the south of Agrelo. And in that valley, we also, in addition to Malbec and Cabernet and Chardonnay, we also have Merlot. The Merlot from that area is amazing.
Really?
And we blend it with the Malbec and the Cabernet, and we have the Trinita blend. And then in the north of Argentina, in Cafayate Valley, which is, okay, the Uco Valley is about 4,000 feet. Agrelo is about 3,000 feet. And the Cafayate is almost 6,000 feet. It's really high. And so in that valley in the north, we grow the Torrontés, and then we also have Malbec, Cabernet, and Tannat. We are going to surprise our people with our great Tannats. And the Tannat is a very important red wine that you will enjoy in the future. And then we also have, over there, we also grow Petit Verdot and Cabernet Franc.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to try that.
Well, you know, Argentina is very well known for its Malbec and the Torrontés now.
Yeah, I think
But
Malbec is obviously the what I hate to say put it on the map, but that's what's most famous coming from Argentina,
And it's
and then
okay,
the Toronto's behind
you have
it.
to start with making you
Sure.
famous with something. But Argentina.
But the
has a-
Cabernet is wonderful, and you know,
The Cabernets from Argentina are wonderful, and our Cabernet is it's a really good exponent of great Cabernet. And Argentina is a very large country. You have like 1,200 miles from the north to the south, and we grow of our wine regions have like 1,200 miles from north to south. And so in all that vast region, we have many varietals that we grow, and I'm sure that with all, like the Americans are discovering our wines, and I think that they will continue exploring the wines we have.
absolutely. So let's talk about John for a second and get to the Minnesota connection. Can you tell us about the?
Yeah, well, I always say that this is probably very unique, and especially in this state and in this town. Joe Malinsky, who is our president, who is a very special man, who about 10 years ago, he went to Argentina and he learned about our traditional wine industry, because we have been making wines for 5 centuries in Argentina. So although we say it's a new world country,
Right.
the
Right,
first
you've been doing it
Spaniards,
forever,
the
yeah.
first Spaniards, they brought the first vines to Argentina and to Mendoza. So John decided he saw our wine industry, and he decided he wanted to be part of it, and he invested in Argentina. And actually, he became today, I would say, he's a little bit Argentinian already, because he comes very often. He enjoys the investment. He works a lot with us. He likes to walk with us, to work with us, and I think that that's very nice. You know, that you not only invest in another country, but you want to be part of that community as well. And so what makes it special is our headquarters then are in Minneapolis. Can you believe that?
That's nice.
So this is an Argentinian winery with a Minnesotan connection.
And even more hometown, right here in Lakeville, his son Ross lives, correct?
And Ross lives here, and I think that the Malinsky family grew here.
Wonderful.
So that's great, right? That we are in this town, and this town, probably people didn't know that, has a strong connection with Argentina, with Mendoza, with Cafayate, and I think that's really neat.
And with Piattelli, we do very well with it.
And
People love
Piattelli
it.
Vineyards are our Piattelli wines are, I think, they're a very good exponent about what we do today in Argentina, and I think that also people can really like tour and start with maybe the Chardonnay, then the Torrontés, and all our red wines.
Very nice. Let me ask you: what do you have as your future plans for Piattelli? Where do you see it going in the future?
Well, I think what makes Piattelli very unique is the fact that we and John was really clear about that he wanted to make the best wines, but in the best wine regions of Argentina. And we are actually today located in the ultra premium regions of Argentina, where you can produce the best wines. And I think what makes us unique is that we only use grapes from these regions. And also the other factor is that we also control these grapes, the production, how many, you don't want to have too many grapes per plant,
Right.
because then you don't get these structural wines with good tannins, with, when you finally drink a good wine, the secret is that you have to really control your grapes. And so I think that Piattelli, the fact that we are in the main wine regions of Argentina, the fact that we really wait for them, sometimes, for instance, today people say, "Hey, I want to try your Trinitable." I say, "Well, you have to wait. You have to wait because this is wine, and this is something. It's nature, and Mother Nature needs you to respect her."
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing that is good at us, in the future, you'll see lots of new things about Piattelli. you'll see, for instance, you'll see that we will produce more wines from the north, from Cafayate. We will come up with a Malbec from the north also, so you will be able to see Malbecs from different terroirs.
Right.
We will probably we will continue producing blends. We love blends, and we think that we can deliver more blends for people in the different price ranges, and also our blend from the north will probably have, instead of Merlot, Tannat.
Nice.
So people will say, "Oh my God, this is Malbec with Tannat or with Cabernet, or maybe with Cabernet Franc." So we will try to surprise our people with new varietals, with new blends, with a lot of quality, and always trying to have the best price for them. Because I think that what we want is people to consume a lot of wine and to enjoy wine. And to enjoy wine, you have to have affordable prices.
Sure. Yeah, I think that's the key. You know, you've got quality product at a good price point, and I'm looking forward to all the new developments that you were speaking of. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, and something else, if some people should know, if they ever decide to visit Argentina, I hope that many of you, there are some Minnesotans visiting Piattelli Vineyards in Argentina. People have to come to you here in your store and tell you, "Hey, I want to go to Argentina. Can you contact that guy that was speaking in your program?" And you say yes. Okay, so you will contact me, and we'll be happy to organize a nice tour for our special Minnesotan partners.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
Gabriel,
Okay.
thanks so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us. I really appreciate it. And thanks for being with us on Cellar Notes.